Welcome back, Panther fans. I'm David Brown here with Ryan Graham.
Hey, y'all.
And I don't know if he's ready, but Tim Thurber.
Hello.
And this is State of Atlanta.
Just made it. Woo.
Skin of your teeth.
It's
Welcome
almost,
back, guys.
It's almost like he saw you and then started it.
It
I
did.
I was like, go ahead.
It did feel like that.
I saw you pop up in the green room, if you want to call it that. And normally it's like, hey, are you ready? Is the mic on? Is the headphones working? Do you have your beer? I was like, nope, he's late. We're starting. So hopefully you got, I see you have your headphones. It sounds like you get your mic. I hope you got your beer. So anyhow, all right, we did it. Week 1 of the books, just the way we planned. Everything went according to plan. So we can just move on to week 2, right? And
we're good.
I mean, our plan went according to plan. I had a great time.
It was a good time. It was a very good time.
That's the key, right? Is to like go out and have a good time.
Exactly. That's what the whole thing is about.
Sure.
I mean, that when the sport started, that's the whole thing was, you know, the guys want to go out there and have a good time on the field. The fans want to go out there and have a good time watching them. And, you know, obviously the game did not go the way we predicted. But, you know, I'm going to say it just right out the front. You know, we're not as bad as we felt like we were coming out of that game. Now that I've had some time to process everything, Darren Granger's got to figure out something. Not about it. The passing game was not good. Special teams is absolutely not what we were sold. But the defense played very, very well. We still maintained a running game. We had more yards, more offensive yards than they did. I said going into the game, if we keep them under 27 points, then we win. And I was kind of thinking defensively, which defensively we did. It's just
you were kind of
special
thinking maybe
teams.
Granger would complete half his passes, at least.
At least
He was a cool 7 for 29. Come on.
Super cool. Super cool.
Super cool. 7 for 29.
Cold, even.
So how you feeling? You know, we had a Sunday to process. We had a Monday holiday to process. Now we're here tonight on Tuesday night, looking ahead to week 2. But how are you guys feeling about everything with processing it all?
I have no idea how you think we're better than what you saw in week 1. It was really bad. I mean, you highlighted the 2 good things, right? Or wait, you highlighted 2 good things, right? It was the defense and the running game. Yeah, I mean
right.
that seemed to click. 21 holding South Carolina 21 points. That should have been a win, but for the horrendous play of our quarterback and special teams who gave up two touchdowns, right? Like we hired a guy.
Yep.
Like really kind of they were the impetus for 3 of them with the fake field goal and touchdown. But whatever.
I missed that part.
It's fine. So we gifted 3 touchdowns.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. There's a lot of this game that I do not remember at all.
But I mean, that gets us under 21 points. I mean, we should have won. I mean, we should have won that game. Like any kind of standard. If those other aspects of our play were just like normal, you know, it would have been fine. Right. But we really just failed. I mean, we just failed epically on offense and in our passing game and then on special teams. It was terrible. Well,
I feel like, you know, go ahead, Tim. Go.
No, I was just gonna say, if I was looking at the 3 phases, right? Offense, defense, special teams, I would give special teams a D-, right? Like, I kind of want to give an F.
2 touchdowns directly attributed to them.
I actually, when I was in the stands, I was sitting there thinking, man, they're getting really close to our punter. We have a special teams coach. I'm sure he's looking at film right now and figuring out some like tweaks to make at halftime.
You don't let the other team hit him.
Right. Don't let him get to him. So
yeah.
I actually turned to someone. I was like, wait, we hired a special teams coach and we might have gotten worse somehow in this game, like as compared to years past.
You know, one of the things we talked about all offseason, or kind of that question in the back of our heads the entire time, was who's going to be our field goal kicker, because we didn't have one with Ruiz graduating. And so then when we finally, like 3 days before the season started, we do find out for sure that Michael Hayes was going to take on the kicking duties as well as punting. We're concerned about his ability to kick. Well, we should be concerned about his ability to punt because
Yeah.
that's where he screwed up for us. And I don't know if it's all on him, but there were some people saying that it looked like he was taking a little bit too long to get the ball off. Maybe he didn't have the time he needed to do it, but that's some stuff that, when you have a special teams coordinator, that is something that you practice and That being said, we were playing an SEC team, SEC speed, all that SEC stuff that goes along with it. So,
nah, they're just football players.
Ryan, when you said that, they're better football players than other football players.
No, I disagree. They're not. They shouldn't be.
Well, they shouldn't be, but that's why you have the same few teams at the top of the charts every single season, and a lot of other teams. It's not South Carolina, but they get the same money. They get the same money as those guys. They're able to do a lot more. I mean, I think you're being naive. I mean, I know you're not being naive. You're just trying to be contradictory. But obviously, the SEC, most teams in the SEC, including South Carolina, are able to recruit in general at a higher level than most G5 teams. So
we've done better. We've done better in both phases of the game against better SEC teams in the past.
That's
right?
true.
I mean, so it's just not an excuse, right? I mean, we should be able to play up to that.
We should be able to. What I'm trying to say is, it's not. Once we go playing against players of our peers, same size, same speed, same aptitude, I think that you're going to see a lot better performance. Do we want to beat the teams we're not supposed to, like South Carolina? Absolutely, but. Yep. The way that the running game was, the way the defense was, I felt good about the team. There's no way special teams continues to be as poor as it is because you can't get much worse than that. It really comes down to figuring out whether or not McKnight can find a way to put a passing game on the offense and get Granger settled in and figured out. And maybe that's the whole thing. First night jitters, knocking the rust off, as we say, which I don't think is really an excuse. I don't think it's an excuse.
It's a consistent Georgia state of affairs, right? Is that our first couple games, we are bad. We're worse than we are for the rest of the season for whatever reason in multiple sports. I don't know if it's some sort of the curse is sort of the clouds come over here and it's just the beginning of our seasons or what, but we do tend to just suck in basketball and football at the beginning of the season. Both.
Yeah. Yes, it's true. Cynical Peach is not feeling good about the team. We can't win the division with Darren Granger as QB1. He was inconsistent last season, and people just assumed he'd get better. If it wasn't for LSU or Georgia Tech, we'd have the worst special team, the low lights in week 1. So thanks, LSU, and thanks Tech.
That's right. He's not wrong.
I appreciate that.
Or they are not wrong. I don't know if that's a he or a she.
Yeah, he's not wrong. And Granger's got to get better.
Granger needs to take that step up that I said he's going to take. I think he went the wrong direction. I think he actually went down the step instead of the other way. I don't know.
He was not listening to Ryan when Ryan said we need Ball State. Granger. We need Granger to ball out. We need Granger to ball out.
Yeah.
Ball State out.
I just truly, I mean, this is not, I don't know. It's hard to say that we expected Granger to be better at this point because the whole story, his whole body of work is more like this than it is than Ball State, right? I mean, this is what I've been worried about and what I have harped on all off season. So I've hoped for Ball State, but I've also been pretty down on him, and I will continue to be down on him while he's 7-29.
Do you think that we should have seen a quarterback change in the third quarter?
I don't know. What we have, man. Coaches, I trust the coaches. I know that sounds stupid after what I just said, but I don't know what we have. I don't know what we have. I mean, McKelly, they seem like they will not play him, right? There seems to be a refusal to play him, and I don't understand what it is. Maybe he's allergic to the field or something. Maybe there's something weird we don't know about.
I don't know.
I feel like he's not the quarterback they want, right? I think it's his legs. He doesn't have the scrambling ability.
Quarterback I want.
Yeah, he doesn't fit the style
I
of
agree.
McKnight style, the style we've had for the offense. Yeah, but then why did you recruit him? You know,
Yeah, no, that's the bigger problem, right? You wasted a bunch of time recruiting somebody who you didn't want to play. Then what did you do that for? You did that. That was scarce resources you spent. So, I don't
yeah,
I don't
Todd
understand.
says Granger danger is a real thing. Yeah, when we started
For
saying
us,
Granger danger at first, Granger danger was like
Danger,
kind of a good
Granger.
thing. Now he has danger Granger.
it's a double-edged sword, the Granger danger.
Um,
He's a danger to,
well,
it might be them, it might be us. We never know. I'd say flip a coin, but it doesn't seem to be 50-50. It's like 1 in 13.
so now that
Yeah,
we can be salty because we lost the game, what did you guys think of Columbia and the stadium?
it's beautiful. Oh, what else is there to say about Columbia?
Can here, I'll do my favorite thing and my least favorite thing. So my
Favorite
favorite thing was when we got off the bus, me and David were drunk as shit, and what we did was we took a U-turn and we just went into the parking lot and we just said "Go State" to a bunch of people, and some were super friendly and wanted to start up a conversation. And this one dude, at least only one person, credit to South Carolina, only one guy came up to me and was just like, "You say that to me again, I'll punch you in the face." And I'm just like, "What?
Nice.
Who are you? What is this?" But
his own friends
He's
were
the-
like, don't talk to that guy. He's
He's the
weird."
welcoming committee. What are you talking about? He wanted to welcome you to South Carolina.
I hate that was like the primary part of this conversation, because we talked to probably 20 to 30 tailgates and they were all super friendly except for that
We had a
one
good
guy.
time.
So yeah, they were super great. That was my favorite part. My least favorite part is that stupid Gamecock screech. They kept on playing it over the speakers. It was like a ka or like a key or something. I hated it. I hated it so much, and they just kept doing it.
That's all they do. That's all they got. And they have that plus lights. I mean,
And Sandstorm, yeah, and no band,
and Sandstorm. Yeah,
that was pretty cool though. That was, I mean, it was like in the club.
It was cool like 4 times, and then like the 10 times after that, it was less cool.
Is that the SEC thing? Is they beat you over the head with whatever their thing is? Like Tennessee has the Rocky Top, and South Carolina has their crappy you're talking about. Just kind of
I don't remember their band playing.
You down.
That's my thing. I don't remember their band at all. I just remember Sandstorm.
Didn't we at one point have to? We had to look and see where their band was, if they even had a band. Didn't we have to like?
It was
try to
huge.
check it out.
They had a huge band.
Yeah, I couldn't hear them. I mean, they were on the same side as us on the opposite zone, but yeah. Do
you guys have a favorite and least favorite thing? No.
Bus trip was fun. Bus trip was a lot of fun.
Bus trip was fun.
We had a good time on there. It was the back of the bus was just packed with a bunch of I would say just state of Atlanta minded people. The drinkers, the partiers.
We got in trouble.
We did get in trouble.
How'd you get in trouble? What did you do or not do?
Nothing. We were perfect angels, perfect drunk, middle-aged angels.
We were loud and crass, and there were complaints.
The problem.
Did you ask to stop at a Waffle House?
No, but I wanted to. People stopped me.
No, there were some students on the bus with us. Some younger students on the bus. They moved some people up there that way, and it was just probably not the best idea to combine those two crowds of people, which is fine. It was good. We had a blast. I think everybody actually, for the most part, had a really good time.
Oh yeah.
It was much quieter on the way back.
I think athletics learned a lesson, honestly, and it was just like, there was some mixing of the types of fans who were on the bus, and maybe they should have like a State of Atlanta bus and then like another bus for other folks.
Yeah, that would be a
fan bus and a student bus. Yeah,
something like that. I think some of the older fans also did not necessarily appreciate our rowdiness, because we got really loud. I mean, we were very loud. I could barely hear people like right next to me.
It was like the first third of the bus was students and cheer and younger people. The back third of the bus was, and maybe a little bit more, was the drunk rowdy people, and then you had everybody else in the middle, which were the older Georgia State fans, the alums that were there, well before football was ever thought about at Georgia State. Yeah. And credit to them for being there. But yeah, it was probably not the correct mix all in one bus together. But we had I think well, I had a good time despite all that.
I think everybody, even the people who complained about it, probably had a good time. And on the bus ride back, you know, you and somebody kept on talking for a long while, but most of us passed out, and you know, you guys weren't too loud talking to each other until you passed out.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
you were trying
Nelson
to
and I
snuggle
were.
with me and stuff. It was weird.
Well, you had your hand on my thigh the entire time, so I just felt like you were asking for it.
You're welcome.
I'm excited.
All right. So, do you guys have any interest in what happened in the rest of the conference over this past week? I think it's,
no, let's not talk about it.
We're in a conference. I thought, David, I'm with you. I liked the way our defense played. By the way, I thought
okay, good.
B- if you want to give him a grade. You know, I mean,
defense,
special teams is on an island right now, right? And we don't know if we want to let them back into the mainland, but defense seemed pretty decent. We contained their perimeter run game that they said they wanted to do, and they couldn't run up the middle really easily. I mean, I will say that we definitely got shafted on some spots and some calls. I think our friend Raider Nation, but you got to expect it in the SEC. When you go play an SEC school, you're not going to, just like at Auburn, you're not going to get all the calls, right? I mean,
and we sure didn't there.
Some of these,
I agree. No, I agree with you that the defense played incredibly well. And Spencer Radler, who South Carolina was putting on the pedestal as like the next best quarterback to come out of the SEC, and we made him look pedestrian at times. We sacked him, intercepted him. He did get a passing touchdown, but this is a team that was they were going to put up 90 on us. So according
he
to
didn't look comfortable. He didn't look comfortable at all throughout the game.
So that's why I feel good. That's why I feel good about this team going into the rest of the schedule. I mean, at least one game in, I want to see, does the defense continue? Can special teams figure their stuff out? Can Granger settle in? And we could still have the season that we want to have out of this. So.
Yeah, and Tim, thank you for bringing us back to more positive pastures, I guess, because the defense really does deserve just a ton of credit. I mean, it's basically they held them to 21 points.
They did,
depending on that one touchdown that I'm honestly a little fuzzy about, but it might be 14 points, right? I mean, like they did a really good job holding back South Carolina's offense, and if we can see that defense, week in and week out, then I mean we should win a lot of games in the Sun Belt. So
right, they'll be okay in the Sun Belt. Yeah,
easily. And rushing, right? Just rushing. You just don't let Granger pass the ball, basically.
I mean,
that's for sure.
That's going to win every game, but it'll definitely win some games. In the Sun Belt,
just running down their throats and stop.
Not the ones you want to win, right? Like the top tier teams, you're not going to win by that style. But a ULM, sure. Just run the ball down their throat every down. We'll probably still win. I mean, it did get a little comical at times watching the game at South Carolina. We just ran on first down every time. And by like the third or fourth series, they just shut that shit down. I mean, shut that stuff down.
Oh, you can say shit on regular,
you can?
I think.
All right.
I'm pretty sure.
So yeah,
you can say it on radio. You can say it on regular podcast.
Yeah.
So I'm excited to see the defense continue. I mean, I I hope so. They were pretty good last season. So in most games they had their down games, but that feels consistent and that it could continue. So
yeah, defense was not at fault for this loss at all. Like
not one bit.
Viewquake can hold his head high, feeling good about it. The defense did good. They're going to do good against. He done good. Gonna done good again. This week, good. I think. Yeah. I mean, are we done with South Carolina? Are we ready to move on, or are we? We
I don't know. I had a list. I did a good job. I felt like.
And then you left your list at home.
No. Okay, we talked about the bus. We talked about South Carolina. We talked about how bad we sucked.
Oh no! His list.
Yeah, now we're on Saturday. Yep.
His list was a text he sent Tim and me. That's not a list. That's just
that was my. I did an agenda this week.
Mm-hmm.
I did the agenda.
That was the research, David. Come on, give him some cred.
So then we ran through that. Now we've got the next on the agenda is the Saturday tailgate and then Saturday predictions.
Yep. So Saturday tailgate, early game. It's hard to tailgate that early.
Yeah.
I mean, not hard to tailgate that early. It's hard. It's easy to tailgate early. It sucks when you have to tailgate early and then your game is like an hour later. So
it's hard
I mean,
to do, but we're gonna do it.
We're gonna do it.
Mhm.
The weather's not
We
looking
gonna do it.
favorable, but we'll figure it out.
It's
Yeah,
got days
the
to fix
weather-
itself.
What?
It's got a couple days to fix itself.
Yeah, that's what I mean. That's what I was telling David in the pre-show banter was like, you know, yesterday was supposed to rain all day, and most of the day it was sunny. I think in the morning it rained a little bit, and then in the afternoon it rained for maybe like 20 minutes, and then it was sunny again. So, you know, hopefully that's the type of rain all day we're expecting. Is just some showers here and there, and then mostly dry.
Yeah, asking my kids with me, and I don't like keeping them. I mean, we have our tents. Hopefully, it's not windy. I think that would be the big thing because those tents they have on the bricks do not survive wind very well. So if we can keep.
That's what I was.
And we get.
That's what I said. I hope it's like Monday, rainy and not 2 years ago rainy, because 2 years ago
Right.
rainy was well every game.
So doing. And we'll do a little brunch foods. We'll be good. We'll be feeling pretty good going in there. And if we have to, you can always head into the university club to watch the game from inside where it's not getting wet on. If we have, I will because I have the kids. But yeah,
I'm gonna. I mean, so what are y'all bringing for the tailgate?
you know, I was trying to think of what I was going to bring when we were talking about it earlier offline. And people talking about the different food items. They're going to bring some pancakes and some chicken minis and donuts and everything. And I was like, you know, brunches. Maybe I'll just bring a few bottles of champagne and some OJ, and I'll be the mimosa guy. I like my mimosas at my tailgates, so maybe
Should
that'll
I
be
bring
my
some
contribution.
Yes, you should
You
bring
want-
a big bottle of gin.
Yeah, yes. I want to see you stumbling home after the game. That'll be great.
No, I have a big day on Saturday, so I can't get too toasty.
Too rowdy. Yeah, I got to.
Bring an airplane bottle of gin. That's all
I got
need.
like the rest of the day to do as well, right? I mean, there's a whole day planned, so.
I like your
My-
mimosa idea. Do it. I'm in.
Yeah, I can bring a case of some champagne with me and some cheap. So when you guys do mimosas, do you get like nice OJ, or you got? I always go for like the 75-cent store brand, like definitely from concentrate OJ. I like that cheap bartender kind of squirt gun OJ is the kind of OJ I like in my mimosas.
It depends. You got to have clean lines.
Do you have clean lines,
I'm not-
David? No.
Yeah.
It's all
I would-
dirty.
I have ordered the bartender screwdriver.
How is
and
it?
And that OJ sometimes is like
I'm talking about
Two
when you
turns.
make your own. I'm talking about when you make your own. When you're at home, when you're buying your cartons of OJ.
when you're spraying your
Yeah.
OJ out of the thing.
Okay, Ryan doesn't get me at all.
What? No, you said that, right?
I don't care which OJ it is because it's just there for coloring. I don't know.
Yeah,
like
it's
it's not
not
there to
sport.
like.
You fill a whole solo cup for the most part with champagne, and then just a little
And then you
splash
just-
of the OJ for color.
Yeah.
Maybe that's why I buy the cheap OJ because I don't want to waste like a $6 bottle of like good Indian River OJ on just fusing a few splashes here and there. Maybe that's my
Not
I agree.
sponsored.
reason.
Not sponsored.
No,
It
we
should
don't have
be,
a
that's
sponsor for
right.
that. Sure.
Yeah, so I'll have a good time there. Go to the game. I've got to go to a kid's birthday party after that. So I told my
Woohoo!
kid, I was like, well, yeah, if I have to leave early for the game, for the birthday party, I'll leave with the birthday party. But if we're winning, we're not leaving. You can have ruined memories. I'm not leaving that game if we're winning early. So
She's not gonna remember this birthday party anyway.
No.
not one bit.
You're
It'll
not
be
gonna
like the
remember this
birthday
game
party.
anyway. But a bum.
No, I have to. I can't drink.
I think you have
my
to.
wife's out of town. I can't even get. I'm saying that I'm gonna be bringing mimosas, and I can't even get like drunk before
Uber.
yeah, with two kids.
So
Yeah.
David's gonna pour this much OJ and that much champagne. Everyone else
Maybe I
is gonna be that much champagne, this much OJ.
Maybe I will have the good OJ this week. So
You do need to be careful though, for real.
I'll be fine. I can be responsible, and I have to be. It's just like
I
having
know.
that that safety net wife that will always pick you up when you're down. That's so nice to have.
When you're down, when you're drunk, you mean pick you up in the car.
It's like in the wedding vows that for better or worse should have been capitalized and bolded and italicized and underlined. Like, it's going to be really, really bad at times, like on football Saturdays. So North Carolina, they had a shootout with Appy State. Like when we hopped on the bus, I think Appy was up 3-1 or something, and then as we were making our trek to what I called Statesboro, South Carolina, North Carolina just came back and put it away. We were like, all right, cool, North Carolina
It's
just
done.
Demolished them, and then nope, Appy State was either not done or UNC put in the scrubs. I'm not sure which one it was. I didn't watch any game other than
if it was UNC put in the scrubs, then they definitely did that entirely too early because Appy came back. That was dangerous.
Yeah, we were at a brewery in South Carolina. There was a bunch of us all watching the game with some South Carolina fans. They all thought App was gone. Like, everyone was amazed that they kept chipping away back the lead with like not even a whole lot of time left. And then, of course, it became one of those sports bar. Everyone's getting energized and pumped up for that game because at the same time you had the other game with was it East Carolina, right? And they
ECU,
almost
they were playing a Sunbelt team. They were playing. I have it on here somewhere.
Who ECU was?
Go on.
They lost by.
Sorry, go ahead.
Maybe Tim. This week. Go. Yeah. Sorry.
I don't remember who they're playing. East Carolina and who the hell was it?
Let's not figure. None of us know.
Yeah. Anyway, they were playing at the same time and almost lost. They almost beat whoever they were playing. They missed extra point to tie it up.
East Carolina played NC State.
There you go. NC State, number 13. Number 13th ranked, right? NC State.
Yeah, and only lost by a point.
Yeah, they missed the extra point, which a la LSU.
Appy State, the dude had a guaranteed touchdown in the end zone there towards the end of the game, and just could not catch what should be a routine reception. I mean, I don't. I was a little indifferent on how I felt. Obviously, I want all Sunbelt schools to lose because I hate our conference. But when Appy State started coming back, I was starting to feel good about it. I was like, this is good. I like this kind of game. This is the kind of game I get into, no matter which team it is. I kind of liked it. So then if they lost and I saw that particular play, I was like, ooh, dumbasses.
They subbed in Granger, huh? Just over his head.
No, it wasn't over. It was he should have caught that ball.
I know.
He should have caught that ball.
And you know what? I want to go back to our game where I don't remember who it was talking about how our receiver had to catch some ball or something, and every pass I saw was like underthrown, and like the receiver would have space, and then Granger would throw it, would like underthrow it, and they'd have to come back into coverage to catch it, and then they'd lose it because any kind of contested ball, which we should be getting contested balls too, but it's going to be less probability of it, and like that's what I watched over and over.
Never underthrow the ball. You don't overthrow it if you have to. I mean, like if you're going to make a mistake, overthrow the ball. Never underthrow it because that's when you.
We did that too.
Interceptions are really good. Yeah, we did that too.
He's just not that accurate.
He's not.
He's gonna, pressured.
Like as let's see, my comments are coming in.
Maybe switch to like a more pro style offense and do the quick short passes. Well, if you're going to do it, don't bomb the ball.
On the comments all the way around. First of all, he's talking about maybe the rain will slow down Tar Heel offense, give the Georgia State running offense a chance. But then he also comes back and says Michele and Krajewski are pro style quarterbacks, but that's not what we're running here. That's not what we do. That's
well, maybe no, here. But what if you did like sort of a hybrid where you put Granger into a pro style like type, and there's probably some kind of technical term for this, but you put him into some kind of pro style type offense where the passes aren't bombs, but the passes are short and sweet, and you still give him his legs, but like you know, rely on your tight ends and like, you know, short
Isn't that the
little
West Coast?
swing outs.
Isn't that the West Coast offense? Is that not exactly what that is? Is like the little short dips passes here and there, little
That's what
screens and
UGA
tight
did
end
for a
things.
long time. So I don't know if it's West Coast, but
You know what I
they're
thought
doing
we'd
now.
see an appearance of? I thought we would see that weird, awkward, shovelly type pass straight up the middle, and it didn't appear. I thought for
Thank
sure we'd
God.
see it.
Thank God. Thank God you didn't see that. So, anyhow,
We got-
so Ryan, you want to talk about predictions? What are your predictions on this game against hosting UNC? How are you feeling? You
We're
were
gonna lose.
you're pretty pessimistic starting
Yeah,
everything
no, I
off.
think
So
I think we're gonna lose. I don't think Granger's gonna do enough to have us win. I think our defense is gonna have another good showing, even though UNC showed that they've got kind of a lot of offensive power behind them. But I think our defense actually, you know, they showed out. I think Appy probably just doesn't have all that much of defense right now. And I think our special teams are going to make a little bit of a step forward, but not enough to beat UNC. UNC was always the tougher game.
Yeah, I think that defense keeps us in the game probably a lot longer than maybe we should be. I'm not saying we couldn't win. Like I think last week, what I said was, you know, if you gave me $100 to bet on the game in Vegas, I would have bet on Georgia State to be USC or at least cover the spread. But a gun to my head, I was going to pick South Carolina. I think both scenarios, $100 or a gun, I'm probably picking UNC in this game after what we saw. I feel like we got too much to clean up with Granger. Actually, it's not that bad. It's started at 9. It's down to 7 points in favor of the Tar Heels. So
I'm confused.
I think I'd take Tar Heels on that.
Yeah. But no, I until we see something better from more from this team, I'm going to go against a team like UNC. I'm going to probably go with a loss this week at home, which you know is what is supposed to happen. Not that
we're going to have fun though.
We're going to have a lot of fun.
We're going to have fun regardless.
Todd says would be tough for special teams to not take a step forward.
Ouch.
That's about right. That's pretty much what I'm saying. Pretty much what I'm saying.
What we just
we can't. He follows up. Knowing us, will probably come out and look great Saturday.
We just destroy UNC.
So I'm going to say that.
Go ahead, Tim.
My prediction: if it's raining, I think we have a good shot. If they can't pass the ball, our run game and our defense, I think we win. If it's not raining, we have a chance, right? I think Granger's going to take steps forward this game.
Much like our special teams.
I'm not calling a win, but yeah, not calling a win, but I think we'll be closer than the last game.
That would follow suit. We played Army in the rain and we did well against them. We played Army not in the rain and we did not do well against them. So maybe rain is our buddy. So yeah, but yeah, we'll have fun no matter what. We're gonna have a good time.
That's a given, right?
That's a given. Are there any other games you're paying attention to this week?
I honestly, like, for the last probably 3 or 4 seasons, I have not paid as much attention to any other team as I normally would have. I used to pay attention a lot to Georgia. I'd watch the Georgia game. I'd rewatch it if it was like, you know, on at the same time or whatever. Mm-hmm. But even like 2 years ago, I kind of stopped doing that. So UGA's, I mean, not UGA, Georgia State's kind of where I'm at. I think that's just but I mean, all I've got time for.
I guess my question was, are there any games you're looking at because they have implications for Georgia State? Like, you know, looking at some of the other Sun Belt opponents or whatever?
Because no other game has implications as long as we win all our games. So don't care.
Yeah. I'm kind of interested in the Marshall Notre Dame game. That could be an interesting one because Notre Dame's always overranked. So, you know, Marshall's riding high.
You think Marshall's got a shot in that game?
I do.
Who did they play? They played Norfolk State and put up 55 points on them.
Yeah.
All right.
The fighting Norfolk States.
I would be more interested if out of any of them, Appy State coming off a loss at at number 6 Texas A&M. Like that's a rough start of the schedule, and watching Appy State start 0-2 would be quite nice. I mean, I have no idea what time that game is compared to our game. It can't be before it. I know that much. So I'd be interested in watching that game. Maybe Old Dominion at ECU to see if Old Dominion is actually as good as we think they may have been after beating Virginia Tech. That'd be it.
Probably not. I'll say we have more of a shot of being North Carolina than App State does at being Texas A&M. How about that?
Yeah, I think it's a fair statement. A very, very, very fair statement.
Mm-hmm. So as long as Appy's defense really is as terrible as the points would show, right? I mean, I think that's probably right. You can't have a porous defense and win these games.
Mm-mm. Plus, I mean, Texas A&M is supposed to win the West this year in the SEC, so
yeah,
it's gonna be tough. Let's see if Nebraska can keep TDS at bay.
Is Nebraska playing TDS?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh, the Sibilias are gonna have a good time with that, huh?
Oof. I'm like hoping and praying Nebraska can pull this
Maybe
off.
I can still talk them into some pizza. Based on
that's a worlds colliding thing for them. I noticed that as well. Yeah.
Ugh.
They haven't even said a word.
There is one other football topic I want to talk about that came out this week is the NCAA, the presidents, whoever voted, 12-team college football playoff starting as early as 2024, maybe not until 2026.
Is that real?
Yeah.
The highest ranked 6 conference champions all make it. And then the next highest 6 ranked teams make it. So that means that starting whenever this happens, it could be in 2024, it could be 2026. The Sun Belt has a spot if they do their business every year.
This is breaking news for me.
It's not breaking news for anybody else. I'm not playing the intro. So
the top 6 conference champions and then the top 6 of everybody else.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you take your top 6 champions and then out of that, the other top 6
out of rankings, right? So you take all your champions and then whatever their rankings are, you just take the top 6 and then everybody else.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
That's awesome.
Yeah, that's great. It's great for G5 programs.
I didn't think they were going to do 6. That's crazy.
Yeah. And
hell yeah, that does mean if the Sun Belt does its job, we're in.
There is a chance to get in, right? I mean, we could get in.
Was it last year or 2 years ago? If they would have adopted this, you would have had two G5 programs in it because the Big 12 was hot garbage and didn't have a champion, or
right?
Pac-12 didn't have a champion ahead of G5 programs. Yeah, it's
won't
huge.
Again
it's
this
great.
year if Oregon keeps on going the way they did this weekend.
In Oregon's defense, which they had none of on Saturday, they were playing the reigning national champion in what was effectively a home game for Georgia. So
you should still be able to do like an all right job as an elite team.
They dropped way out of the top 25.
It was embarrassing. It was an embarrassing loss. I didn't watch the game. I just looked at the score and was like, "Holy shit, that's bad."
Do you think that because all these realignment things about the Pac-12 getting picked apart and Oregon going here, they're like, we'll pass. How's San Jose State looking this year?
I know, right? Matt Taylor, just so we are clear about like all of the information that's going on, but it's all setting up nicely for that 2025 GSU National Championship run.
I know, right?
I feel like we should always come back to that. So I appreciate you, Matt.
Yes, yeah. Who knew how prophetic that was going to be when it was posted? What, 8 years or something ago?
We're actually getting closer and closer.
Everything's falling in place for this to actually have not to happen, but the framework, the map that to it happening actually being there. So yeah,
there is.
I think it's pretty cool.
If they do it in 2024, like you guys were saying, as soon as that, then the opportunity is widening. Right, even if it's still pretty narrow, but it's definitely widening.
Oh yeah,
right.
Absolutely.
Yeah, like that. That's what we're saying. There is a path. You
Right.
win the Sun Belt. If you basically go undefeated in the Sun Belt and you have a decent out of conference schedule, like the schedule that we have this year, then yeah, you have a very good chance of being, one of the highest ranked. Well, definitely. Well, look at the crap that the G5 is now. Like now, it's a battle between Mountain West and
The
well,
Sun Belt.
American. And
Yeah.
in Sun Belt, but like the Mountain West may become the new Pac-12, which is your assumed P5 program. So yeah, it's a really good chance that
But
you
not a
get a
great
Sun
one.
Belt champion. I mean, this Sun Belt could be a regular member of the football playoffs.
Could be.
Maybe not every
That's
year,
right.
but a regular member of it. So
Yep.
It's
And
it's
you go ahead, Tim.
No, I was just saying this is ESPN's master plan by building up the Sun Belt or telling the Sun Belt to build itself up.
Maybe they just
Handpicking.
orchestrated this whole thing. They just
I'm
want to be
All
Sun
because
Belt.
of that guy on Reddit, right? That says we're going to win it in 2025. ESPN's like, yeah, I'm in. I like that plan.
Yeah,
it's happening.
we need
Somebody
Georgia
at
State to be
ESPN
that
was
team.
like, "That'll be hilarious," and we control all of the puppet strings, and so dance puppets dance.
Yeah, there's actually some Georgia State grad that works there, and no one knows he's actually a Georgia State alum.
That's true.
And he's just sitting there going like, "Hey guys, what if we do this? How cool would that be?" All right,
well, the end goal. I think the end goal. They're just like, man, do you know how much media we're gonna sell when like the unthinkable happens? The unthinkable is Georgia State winning.
Oh yeah,
or making it into like the semifinals.
That's right. Their whole goal right now is to create a Cinderella story, and it's us.
Well, yeah, you look at the money that happens, or the media attention that happens in the basketball tournament every single year. Excuse me. These teams that just come in there and it just grabs everyone's attention. Hell, we won one game in the tournament with the shot, and it still gets played every single season at March Madness.
It does. Matt's totally
Oh,
on par though. The plan started with our ESPN magazine cover story in 2010. He's probably right.
Absolutely.
I think you're right. I buy
Is
this.
Bill
I'm a
Curry-
big
it's still-
conspiracy
it's-
theorist guy. I really
Conspiracy
like
theory.
birds aren't real. I also really like Georgia State is ESPN's pick for 2025 national champions.
Is
Heard it
Bill
here
That's my
Curry
first.
still
new
pulling
favorite
strings?
conspiracy theory.
Bill Curry's still pulling strings behind everything to get Georgia State up there. He realized he was better off behind the scenes than he was as a head coach. So he is like, all right, let me take off and we'll make this happen.
I do want to be clear. Birds aren't real is still a very close second.
it is absolutely fascinating too.
I eat a lot of birds. So I know
Yeah.
they're pretty real.
That's true. Me too.
Probably pretty crunchy, huh?
Not the flying
All
ones.
those
Maybe
electronics in
different
there. Ooh.
Yeah, that's how you get that crispy skin.
ones. It's like Terminators. They have like the organic outside to the robot inside. But all right, that's ridiculous. I got nothing. Oh wait, no, we have our other sports. We'll go through the other sports. Nothing like super awesome, but the men's soccer team still undefeated. They won again tonight against Davidson 3-1. So they were number 2 in the standings for Sun Belt. Women's soccer team is first in the East for Sun Belt. So that's awesome. And volleyball won some games, which they didn't do that last week. We talked about them. So
Don't call it a
congrats
turnaround.
there. Yeah, but men's team's undefeated. They've had a tie,
That's-
but they're undefeated. So that's all I got. And Ryan's now grasping at imaginary.
Something.
Yeah.
So I have a lot of mosquitoes around the house, but they have been getting into the house this year, and I've been being destroyed. So I was trying to kill the shit out of a mosquito.
All right.
Sounds
Gotta
good.
figure out how they're getting in.
You guys want to? We're right at 45 minutes. Call it quits. Go to last call.
Yeah, please.
Yeah.
I gotta pee. I gotta pee real bad.
All right. Well, thanks for letting us know that. All right, guys. Thanks, Ray, for listening. We are going to keep the conversation going a little bit longer. Have a few more drinks. The curse ban goes away. We can talk a little more candidly. Probably talk more about what Columbia looked like. All kinds of stuff. You can find it on our Patreon page, patreon.com/State of Atlanta. It is free, available delayed on Fridays. If you're our Patreon member, starting at $3 a month, you get it immediately. Also, access to our private group chat, discounts on our merchandise, all kinds of stuff like that. So please consider that. Also, I keep on forgetting to mention this. you actually get to watch the last call live stream just like this. If you are watching it right now, as one of our members, that's also kind of cool. And comment like we've been getting tonight as well. So anyhow, thanks everybody for watching, and say goodbye, guys.
Goodbye, guys.
Peace.